Hey guys, and welcome to this week's video. I'm going to jump straight in. It's going to be all around Center Parcs and reusable nappies and like that whole routine. But if you haven't already, do like this video because it really means the world to me. And also I will be creating a video of just Center Parcs in general, so not like reusable nappies. So do make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. So let's jump straight in. Basically, excuse the absolute mess that my son's new bedroom is. It's huge, so we're currently just like using it as a stopgap for things for like the washing, and I'll talk you through the reusable nappies that are currently on the washing line. There's also his crib behind there with like dinosaurs and stuff. His dresser isn't here, it's actually downstairs, but it's so heavy I can't do it with my husband, so we need help. And this is like a stopgap in the sense that like it's actually used to be my wardrobe in the old house, and now we're using it for his stuff whilst we wait for his dresser. And actually I've got a wardrobe that I was going to DIY in the garage currently, but more on that later on. Anyway, reusable nappies. This is what I'm taking with me to Center Parcs. They don't have a washing machine from what I know. So I have decided that I'm going to take reusable nappies. I'm going to take about 4 for each day, apart from the ones that we are there for like half days. So I'll probably take 2 or something. And then also nighttime nappies as well. So this is currently what it's looking like. We're going to Center Parcs Monday to Friday. So Monday we're arriving there in the afternoon after some pub lunch. But it means that I need about 2 reusable nappies for Monday, 4 for Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday, and then about 2 or 3 for the Friday, as well as some nighttime nappies. So as you can see, I've actually already pre-made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's 9. What's my math like? That's for about 2 days, 2 and a bit days. But don't worry, I've washed loads today. I've got it hanging now. I've got a feeling it should be dry, or mostly should be dry by tomorrow before we go. So I'm just gonna like take those and then do those at Center Parcs if I have to. I'm putting everything in my Fia bag, which I absolutely love. There's already something in there, so hopefully maybe I've got another one in there. Who knows? Maybe I do, maybe I don't. I think it's liners in there actually. I also have a couple of wet bags for like the dirty stuff, because there's no washing machine there, no laundrette or anything like that. There's 3 options, guys. If you want to continue doing reusable nappies, then you've got the option of either washing by hand, or 2, just leaving it in a wet bag like this and then doing the washing when you get back. I'm lucky enough that I've got enough reusable nappies for that time. So once this dries, I've got enough for like 4 days, so that's very lucky. I might struggle with nighttime nappies. So I've got 1 here and I've got 2 other ones. So that means I'm either going to have to hand wash one or a couple to get to reuse it, or I'm going to have to use just like a normal nighttime nappy. So that means an extra, so +1 on top of that. So I've got some that are dry already and are ready to be packed and used basically. So that's pretty much the plan. So these are the wet bags that I got from Amazon. I'll make sure to link that down below. So I will see you at Center Parcs. Arrived at Center Parcs, and the first thing that I did is change Aiden's bot. So as you can see, I took out my muslin and I wet it. I always make sure that it's warm water so that it's soft on his skin and that he doesn't get annoyed with me. I also thought that he actually pooped, but he didn't. So lucky me,
what I did, I had a look and took out the liner and noticed that it wasn't poo, so I put the nappy back in because it wasn't that wet actually. And that was so that I can make as much use out of the nappies that I have with me as possible, because and I'm glad that I did, because it was very tight by the end of it. So it was just making sure that I use it as much as possible. Now it's the morning, the next day, and I'll talk you through it a little bit later on. This time he was really wriggly, so as you can see I struggled to even get him down because he's so energetic. So I had to pin him down in some instances, and he won in other instances. But yeah, I basically cleaned his bum because he did poo this time, and then put a clean one back on.
Welcome to Center Parcs. So I'm going to take you through exactly what I brought with me in the end. So I showed you the kind of things that were on the washing line. So basically I ended up drying them the next day in the morning. Some of it was dry and good enough for me to take. So I ended up having more nighttime nappies, which is great. As I said, I don't have enough for 5 nights anyway, so I will have to use a normal nappy. However, I also managed to get more normal nappies. So I do feel a little bit like I've taken most of my stash. It actually managed to fit in this whole bag, although I did have a couple as emergencies in this grey bag because we also stopped by a pub. So that was good because he ended up having poopies. So we did go and get changed. So basically what you will see is me videoing last night where I thought that he pooped, but he didn't. So what I ended up doing is just taking the liner because it was just used up, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to put this nappy back on because it wasn't that moist, it wasn't that wet, and I just need to make sure that I make as much use of these nappies as possible because I'm not home and there's definitely no washing machine, unfortunately, in these lodges. But I'm going to show you a tour around anyway so that you can see what the lodge is like in case you're interested, and I'm going to just walk you through, so just before I do that, a couple of the other things that I've prepared right now. In this bag I actually have lots of already made up nappies, which I'll show you in a second. In this bag I've actually moved all the things I don't need for swimming and put all the things I do need for swimming in here. So we've got here's reusable swimming nappies. Actually I might show you everything that I've got just in case you're interested. I've got some snacks, I've got towels, and we've got some what are they called, bands, swimming bands for toddlers, which is quite fun. We got it from Amazon, so I'll make sure to link that down below as well. Snacks are very important. I do end up bribing him after swimming with snacks to basically wait for us to get changed. Oh, but what I wanted to show you guys, and this isn't the best angle, so I've got nappy, so that's a Bambino Mio one. What I did want to show you, finally got that out of the bag, apologies for that, is the reusable nappy. So instead of using like one of these disposable swimming nappies, we actually use one of these. So you don't put anything in there. It's pretty much kind of waterproof, I guess. Keeps any poo in case they do poo, and if he wheezes, well, there's chlorine. And also his swimming costume, which is cute. We've been doing swimming classes and everything, so I do feel like he's going to have lots of fun. So we'll show you us swimming a bit later on as well. So I've got actually another one of these, so whilst this one dries we can still go swimming tomorrow, and then another one of these as well, so that's great. I've taken out a few things out of this bag just to show you an example of what I've got in here. So more Bambino Mio ones, I've got Littles and Blooms, I've got a Fia, I've got some of the other ones that I've used up already. Oh, talking about the dirty ones and the used up ones in our trusted wet bag, so a little bit more space, one nighttime nappy in there already. And obviously wanted to talk about muslins. What you'll see this morning is that when we got his poopies changed, what I did is washed a muslin up and basically put it back on the radiator so that I can reuse it, because I don't have many of these with me today. I thought as we're here we can just stick it on the radiators if we needed to. You'll see that I've put it up in the bathroom. Yeah, and reuse those. So that's pretty much the stash. That's what I've got there, and then the dirty nappies here. So this is the hall as you walk in, and on the left hand side there's actually a really good room and space for like the utility things. They have a high chair, they've got a crib, they're obviously cleaning stuff, we put our scooter there, ironing board, so that's good. We've not actually found the iron, but we weren't looking either. I'm sure it's there somewhere, because the list of things that Center Parcs has in the lodges actually says that there is an iron somewhere. This is the first bathroom, so we are a 3-bedroom lodge, but this is a bathroom or a toilet with a sink just outside this living space. So I'm going to walk you through, excuse like the towels and things, we went swimming earlier, so obviously there would be towels. As you saw, the bike's out there as well actually, so that's a really good space to put them. There's like a rack that you can lock your bikes up safely, table, I'll show you through the cupboards in a second, and this is a gorgeous living space. Lots of seating, excuse the blanket at the top, lots of seating, very pretty actually. I'm trying to zoom out for you guys. Very nice background, lots of forests and things, but as I said earlier, this is like the TV on its own. We've put some nuts around, it was actually on the table and now they're gone, but we've had 2 or 3 squirrels, lots of birds and blue tits, we've had 2 or 3 deers already. It's been absolutely wonderful. If I capture something, like some footage of that, I'll make sure to show you now. Cool, so let's move on to the kitchen. Obviously there's a TV there, just in case you were wondering. Table, yeah, been through that. So cupboard space. Bit of an odd space to put crockery when actually the kitchen's there, but feel free to move it around. It's your space after all. Chalkboard. Haven't found any chalk, probably a COVID thing, but when I came here before with my nieces, we ended up drawing all over it. Toaster, you've got like your usual oven and hob. Dishwasher is on, as you can probably hear. Oh yeah, we were naughty, got some Krispy Kremes. Just some cleaning stuff underneath here. We actually got a few little bits here and there, but we had to bring most of our like dishwasher tablets and fairy liquid and stuff ourselves. As you can see, we're big tea and coffee drinkers as well. Apart from that, it's mostly like cupboard space. We had to bring the dog bowls on our own, so those are actually ours. I'm not going to show you these 2 rooms, but they're pretty much exactly the same as our room, but twin beds. So basically it's a nice space, roomy. Got lots of cupboard space, a TV. If we open this up, there's lots of wardrobe space as well, and they're pretty much similar. You can just dump your things in there, and they come with a stool as well, with like a table and a mirror, which is really good if you wanted that space. As you can see, we've just shoved lots of things there, and we've got the loveliest view as well, so similar to the living room. This is absolutely gorgeous. So there are actually 6 of us staying, including my toddler, who's coming up to 2 years old, and that's why we've got the double bed. Actually, we've just put him in the middle rather than get the crib out and everything. He sleeps well with us. So I'm going to show you the bathroom now. So let me put the light on. So this is the main bathroom that's connected to the living space. It's got a nice bath, has a good shower. Excuse the armbands. But yeah, good shower. Yeah, it's pretty standard. Lots of mirrors, lots of good light for if you're a lady like me and want to put your makeup on. And plenty of radiators for that swimming stuff. The only thing that I do think they're missing is actually like they're missing a trick with one of those areas, actually like a line that just goes through from there to there. That would have been really handy today, but never mind. We've managed to put our towels on chairs and on radiators, so we shall be okay. So next thing is up, and that means that we're all out and going to enjoy ourselves with the first activity apart from swimming, which is adventure golf. On to give you a quick update about what happened yesterday. So you've seen most of the day. I'm going to show you as well like how much we had fun in the evening, as well as like the swimming and the adventure golf that we did as well. But long story short, Aiden ended up pooping at the end of adventure golf, and then you saw me changing him when he was asleep, poor thing. So I guess because we've been eating differently, it's really made his bottom sore. Also because of the travelling from golf to get back to the lodge, that took about 15-20 minutes, so that means that he was sitting in it. Anyway, his bot is kind of sore now, but it meant that when we went to Parcs, I didn't realise that he has pooped again in such a quick succession. He was playing, having fun at the soft play and everything by the time we got to change him, so the other half actually changed him in the bathrooms at Parcs. It was really super sore and we didn't have pseudo cream and stuff. But basically, long story short, which turned out into a very long story, sorry about that, instead of using like a nighttime nappy, we just ended up using the one from the Parcs restaurant. I couldn't actually find my nighttime nappies and it was just late and everything, so we just ended up him having that on for nighttime. But I woke up in the middle of the night and just thought, oh well, if he's like moving around quite a lot and he didn't seem very settled, I changed him and made sure that there's plenty of pseudo cream on his bottom, and actually just put another normal nappy on rather than a nighttime nappy. But this morning I found 3 nighttime nappies. Actually, there's one old one that we haven't used for ages, so I'm going to try that one and see if that's okay. But it means that we've got a nighttime nappy for every single night until we go home. So that's pretty cool, and that means that it's a little bit more organised than it has been yesterday. But we've had so much fun and it's out of routine, but we've been doing so much. And today we've got plans for a pottery class for toddlers specifically. So Aiden is going to love that. If he doesn't, I'm certainly going to enjoy myself.
Да, синий, синий. Ну на себя
рисовать не надо, вот на машинку, на машинку. Эйден, ну зачем руками-то? На машинку, машинку. На машинку надо. I was just going to say that in terms of reusable nappies yesterday, actually not much to report. It's pretty much a standard day. We used up four nappies during the daytime and a nighttime nappy during the night. So the only thing to say is when we went swimming, I just made sure to put a fresh nappy on once we were done, even though the other nappy wasn't too soaked or anything. I just wanted him to have a fresh bottom, and he had a rash before, and after some pseudo cream it was absolutely fine the next day, so luckily that's okay and all gone. And in terms of the stash that I've got left, so I counted, I have 4 normal nappies left, and somehow I ended up with 2 nighttime nappies. So one nighttime nappy that we've not used for months, as I believe I've already mentioned to you guys, but it looks like this is the last full day, so I don't think I'll need to use it after all. So I'm just going to use the one nighttime nappy that we are comfortable with and usually use, and then I'm hoping that those 4 normal nappies are going to be enough. If at any point it isn't, I do have disposable nappies, so 2 that my sister gave me. Right, so after this little dog walk, I am going to see some owls. So we've got this tour, I think, or like this sighting with the family to just have a look at some owls. I think it's baby owls in particular, so that's super exciting because on the first night I'm sure I heard some hooting of owls, so that would be really lovely. So that's where I'm going to leave you guys. Thank you so much for watching. As always, thanks. I appreciate your time and the fact that you are enjoying my content. If you wanted to see anything in particular, just let me know in the comments and I'll see what I can do for you guys. So yeah, give me a thumbs up and I'll see you next time. Thanks so much and take care.